Government is not reason. Government is not eloquence. Government is force. And like fire, it's a dangerous servant and a fearful master. Thank you and welcome, viewers. My name is Daniel Happney. This is The Real Story, where I try to tell people, follow the money. And I'm going to learn how to say that in Latin. But tonight, I got some fascist healthcare for you. That's right. Get your fascist healthcare yet? When I say we found out the American people didn't want the Obama healthcare thing, but they got it anyway, And then we found the Senate tried to change and break the rules because they didn't care. They're going to ram it down your throat anyway. And we found out what? We found out, it's unconstitutional because now the government can say you have to buy a blue car. And you have to buy the blue car from the blue car company that we say you're only authorized to buy from. And if you don't, we're going to penalize you with extra taxes. But the whole idea being, is it about healthcare? Did that guy Hitler, did he have health care? Did he say, he's against smoking? He's like, don't even get me going on just 30s Germany. We'll tie that in towards the end of the show. There's so much to cover. There's so much I want to show you that other people have done that maybe if you listen to what they say, you'll believe them more than me. But I've got some news and I've got views that I want you to view. And so once again, thank you for tuning in. And we'll start off, let's see, all sorts of good stuff because it's about healthcare, right? I want to start off with a little thing on aspartame. That's right, it's in like 9,000 of the products of food that you consume. And it's interesting because I found out that this the world's top sweetener, brought to you by Monsanto, say evil in in Swedish or something. Monsanto, they've got to be evil. And the reason I say that is check out how they do this. Do you know how they make aspartame? Now, I remember when my daughter came home studying neurology at Brandeis, she came home and my wife was drinking a diet soda. And my daughter said, "Mom, put that down. Do you realize that causes brain lesions?" I'm like, brain lesions? Why would they put anything in food that would poison you? Then I said, oh, that's right. Those people put in what? Mercury in shots, adjuvants. They put fluoride in your water. Yeah, that's right. They do put stuff. Mercury's in high fructose corn syrup. Can't figure out how it gets in there yet. But yes, aspartame, brought to you by Donald Rumsfeld. There's a household name that doesn't mean murder and death and poisoning. Donald Rumsfeld. Yeah, scum of the earth kind of person. So anyway, what I found out about aspartame is you'll love this. The world's top sweetener is made with genetically modified bacteria. So this isn't regular bacteria. Oh no, Monsanto's going to have fun with GM, genetically modified. I should call it government modified now. So anyway, Monsanto, the pioneer of genetically modified food, which makes aspartame. Well, so this is out of the UK. The Independent paper on Sunday has found that Monsanto often uses genetically engineered bacteria to produce the sweetener at its U.S. production plants. We have two strains of bacteria. One is traditionally modified and one is genetically modified. Why that's important is the people in the UK don't want the GM modified sweetener. So what is aspartame? It turns out to be the excrement of these genetically modified bacteria. Somewhat addicting, 10 times or 5 times or 6 times more sweeter than sugar, right, the sweetness of it, and somewhat addicting. And I found out from my daughter that it's not good for the brain. And meanwhile, it's in all your foods. But you think that those people, those criminals at the Food and Drug Administration, who happen to hire people from Monsanto constantly, who actually make the decisions whether or not to put the food, the stuff in the food, that they're going to protect you. The FDA really cares about you. They care, I think, more about big pharmaceutical companies personally. But once again, aspartame. I like the fact that I'm feeding my family the excrement from genetically modified bacteria by a company that made bovine growth hormone. I forgot. By the company that makes all the GMO soy, genetically modified organisms. So when you think, why are all these people getting cancer? How is it that all these people are getting sick? Young people getting diabetes, Gee, all these sick people. And you're eating genetically modified stuff. That's real good, huh? So I was just thinking of that because I was thinking of the healthcare thing. And what I was thinking with the healthcare thing was like, gee, usually has nothing to do with healthcare. So we'll roll into some news. I just started with the aspartame thing just to show you that they are poisoning you, and they're poisoning your family, and they don't like you, and you should wake up to that. Okay, Los Angeles. Here's a nice little clip, a short one. This is 9/11 truthers join anti-war parade over the objection of parade organizers. And I thought that was good because the 9/11 truthers, okay, where the anti-war movement now is mostly influenced by what you call left-leaning organizers who seek to use revulsion against war to motivate people to follow anti-American leadership. It's kind of weird only because, remember the first thing Obama was going to do? Show him the clip.
I will promise you this, that if we have not gotten our troops out by the time I am president, it is the first thing I will do. I will get our troops home. We will bring an end to this war. You can take that to the bank.
I myself I'm anti-war. I'm not. All those wars are based on the hoax, the lie, the conspiracy the government sold us called 9/11. But so anyway, Obama's first job, you know what he's going to do, because he's going to bring you fascism. It's interesting because now, take a look at this. These are 9/11 truthers, and truthers are loyal Americans who want no part in the collectivism of the left and the right, okay, and desire to rid our government of its corruption. So, here's a little clip. This is out of, I want to say Santa Monica or Los Angeles. Enjoy.
Raise your hand with the peace sign, please. Let the whole country, let the whole world know that the peace movement is alive, and it is growing, and it's growing in confidence, not only in LA, but all over this country right now. This is just the beginning. And you are part of a great movement. And I promise you that today. We will not be denied.
We got the big blue banners, as you can see. We've already been told that we're not allowed to have the big blue banners, and we need to go to the back of the bus. But you know what? We're not going to do that because we're exercising our First Amendment rights. We're also peaceably assembling. There's no way they can tell us that 9/11 is not an anti-war message, because that's what they tried to say. 9/11 is not an anti-war message. Are you kidding me? Come on. Why are we in these wars? Because of 9/11, right? So basically, we're standing strong. If we have any issues, we're not gonna go to the back of the bus today. So yeah.
They tried to kick us to the back of the bus. We wouldn't have anything of it. They said this is not the message of the march, and we said yes, it is. This is the greatest anti-war message there is. And I asked them what reason did Obama give for going to war, and they didn't want to hear anything of it. So I told them, he said 9/11. 9/11 is the reason Obama's giving to go to war, and so 9/11 truth is the greatest anti-war message there is right now. All the wars being, 9/11 being used as a justification for all the current wars. So this is the message, and I figured out why they're upset, because we're up front. So that's why they're getting upset, because we're up front and we ain't budging, folks. We're going to be spread out from the front toward the back. We're going to have our message throughout this entire march, and we're not going to allow them to try to trespass on our First Amendment rights.
This is what started the wars, 9/11 truth, the fraud on terrorism. So people don't realize that whole war on terror that they keep preaching to us the last 10 years has been one big fraud.
I'm a fellow Marine. As you can see, here's my tattoo. I wouldn't be out here if I didn't feel really strong about this and have an open mind about it.
I came out so that people will know the truth and see 9/11 story as I saw it when I first saw the news overseas, without the manipulation of the mainstream media.
Well, this is the one time out of the year. Every year we have a peace march, and this is our chance to show us the 9/11 truth is the answer to stopping the war.
I came out today because I want to help get the truth out to the American people about 9/11 and about the basis for these wars is completely false. 9/11 was an inside job, and people need to know the truth about it.
Try to get rid of these warless wars, these illegal wars that they have. If you look up 9/11, you can see the whole things that they're trying fraud.
Well, I'm here to protest the war, obviously, and spread truth about 9/11, get people informed, help carry the banners, make a strong We Are Change presence.
There's a secret shadow government that runs our United States government that people are not aware of, and Israel is implicated along with high-ranking American officials, and they're destroying our economy and destroying our way of life. and it's designed to drive the United States into the third world.
I think 9/11 was a false flag operation to get us to go overseas to invade other countries, and they were doing horrible things to other people, other human beings, and we need to stop it. Just like this sign back here says, what we don't know about 9/11 is killing people.